Hello, hello. Good evening. It is time to continue the work. How are we all doing? Just looking up some reference of some pink granite rock formations. Happy Thursday. Hmm. Okay. Hey, how you doing, Adenia? Good to see you. Hello, Looper, Shelly. Shelly. It's not free, my friend. It costs you something. A little piece of your soul every time you come here. And before you know it, one time you'll come here and it'll be the last piece, and then you're stuck here forever. Stuck forever. Hello, Pita. Hello, son of Crayon. Sapphire, good evening. The Harry Potter ghost, God, what are they called? I know what you're talking about. Can't remember either. Where is Estes Park? Is that in Arizona? Is that Nevada? Let's see here. Colorado. Oh, that's what I thought. Okay. Just gonna get some reference here. I think mostly it'll be the color that will matter the most. Just up the canyon from Loveland. Okay, I do know where that is. I didn't go there. See, I was a fool when I lived in Colorado, and I wasn't a fool. I was just young and naive and didn't appreciate the area I lived in at the time. If I was who I am now and I lived there, I would be out exploring all the time. I just wasn't into that stuff back then. Okay, let's see here. Is it similar to Red Rocks? Like the way it looks? Because I did go there. Where did I move? A Dementor, that's what it's called. I moved to... first I moved back to my home in Illinois with my folks for a little while. They live in the outside suburbs of Chicago. And then when I was ready to get back out on my own again, I moved from there out further west. I'm right on the Illinois-Iowa border. A little area called the Quad Cities. It's right off the Mississippi River. And it's nice. It's a nice place, man. I really enjoy it. I really like it here. Let me try Google here. Some things it's not easy to search for on Pinterest. See. Lumpy Ridge in Estes Park. Nope, not there. That'll do it. Okay. Okay, folks. We got some finishing touches to do. Need to come visit Australia. But I don't know about that. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind, honestly. I'm not much of a traveler. I am going to Germany, but that's only because it's all expenses paid for, so, and there's family there, so. But other than that, I stay pretty homebound. I just don't like to be separate. I like to be with my family all the time. I don't like to be separated, so. Not everything. The 1 foot long grasshoppers don't want to kill you. They're just really big and gross. Okay, let's see here. So we're gonna get this guy situated in the base. And we're gonna figure out platform or something for him too. This is what we made last time. This is hard as a rock now. Let's see. Grab a pencil or something. Trying to think how we had this position down here. I'm pretty sure this part was in the front. Let's say the foot was here, maybe here and here. Oh wait, let me pull up this. Definitely like this. What's up, CPU? What are you doing? I think it goes like this. Well, I know at least this one. Let's put this in. Let's drill that in place. Oops, sorry. New Zealand has no snakes. Wow, what are you, like, junior high? Okay. Let's grab this. And this one could go down right there. That's awesome. That's awesome. We stayed at there's a place here. We went camping and did some boating. A place called Lake George, and they have a place for where you can bring your horse. There's lots of horse trails, and then you can camp. Like there's like special camp spots for horses and stuff. I thought that was pretty cool. I've never ridden a horse, although I would love to. My wife grew up in a small village that actually breeds horses, like world-class horses. And so she grew up around horses, so I didn't. That's what we're doing here. Nice. I have fresh coffee too, even though I'm not supposed to. I need to get a more efficient tea making setup. Coffee's always my default if I don't have all my tea stuff ready. It just takes longer. You don't say things that aren't true? I wouldn't know. Okay, now we need this to... let's see. Okay, so what we're gonna do next is we need to paint the bottoms of the feet with our C1 separator. And then we also need to figure out what's going on with this guy here. I think he's down over here. Let's put this up like this. I think we'll make it look like he's like on the ground. Up on the rock, on the ground with some small rocks and dirt and stuff. So I think for him what we'll do is we will probably use Sculpting mold. for the part that he's standing on. So we sculpt the rock formation here. We sculpt the little rocks that we want in the sculpting mold, and then we bring him into the picture once this rock formation is done. Yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, it'll be like a little extension off to the side here. It'll look like a piece of ground. And then we'll do like a nice, just a nice wooden platform. Sounds like a plan. Okay, so now, okay, before we do this, I do want to, two things we got to do to him. We have to use the Dremel tool and carve down the edge of this cloak. Got a little bit too thick here. See that? So we lose our illusion of the thinness of the cloak. The edge is too thick. So I want to carve that down, and we're probably gonna have to add clay. And then I also want to countersink the tail in, so that way it goes in, actually into the where the fur area is. So we need to drill a hole that big, and then we might need to sculpt some fur up back around the tail, and then we need to also sculpt some fur in here. Get a little bit naked there. So let's do those things, and then we'll switch to doing the rock once can get him in the oven. Okay. So let's see here. A little bit bigger. Bigger than that. Does it? We don't have to. So, okay, so we can do two different types of base. We could do one where I use a flat piece of plywood that just makes it more of like a seamless base, and then the underside just kind of coated with a nice colored I think it's poplar plywood and stuff. Or we can do like a thicker piece of wood with like the edge. Whatever you want to do. I think either one takes about the same amount of effort. So, if you ever seen the wall hangers, how the back side of those has that thin plywood that's sanded really nice. Now we could put the. We can either put the cnotbusch coin. I was thinking somewhere in here, like mixed in with the sculpting of the rocks. I can even texture it like that. Or we have to do it on the bottom. Rock can just actually sit on the shelf. Okay, so we'll do the plywood then, because you want at least something. Otherwise, we got to put something here. So it's actually, but it'll just only add like 1/4 of an inch, and I usually add round. I'll shape it so it's like form fitted to the rock, and then the edge is sanded, like rolled over, so it's like really smooth. And then that lets me put the little felt feet, which is really nice. So yes, okay. Let's get our drill bit here. Need one that's about the size of this tail. Coin on the back works. Okay. Good, very good. A little bit bigger. I think that's the one. Okay. Okay. A snug fit. I think we're at about 80 hours for the piece. This is day 20. About 4 hours per session. Yeah, it's much better. Look at that nice snug fit. It's actually pretty seamless. A Dremel is a very nice tool. Once you have one, it'll serve you for a long time too. I've had this same Dremel tool for a long time. It was gifted to me by somebody from the stream. One of my longest subscribers. His name is Magiger. And he had a friend that was moving close to where I was living at the time. And he had a Dremel tool that he never used, just sitting in his garage. So up until that point, I've been using X-Acto knives for everything. And so he uses, or he sends it with his friend, and I just go to his friend's friend to go pick it up. And I've had it ever since. It's probably been about 7 or 8 years since then, probably. Same Dremel tool. And I highly recommend you buy this. See this flexible shaft here? I have the actual tool is hanging off to the side here where I can turn it on and off. And this flex shaft gives you a nice, like a more of a handleable precision tool. So definitely recommend that. I am gonna paint it. That's right. I will indeed paint it. Okay, so we got the tail in there. Now we're going to do... I don't even think we need to even sculpt any fur around the tail. That really did the trick. Now we're gonna do the cloak. We're gonna make the cloak. Take that out for now. It's out of the way. And then we're gonna take care of the edge of this cloak. Now I probably will have to re-add clay to match the texture up. We'll see. Unless I can figure out a way to make this same texture by carving it in. Possibly with like a wire wheel or something. Alright.
Well met, loyal friend. You've made a real impact on the realm. Thank you for your contributions.
Hey, Dimbaro. Hey, thank you for the 16 months, my friend. Thank you very kindly. I appreciate it. Hey. Thanks for the support. Thanks for sticking with me for 16 months. You have until 24 months to decide if you want to be stuck here forever. Fair warning. Yeah, I use my Dremel tool for all kinds of things. Just random things throughout the, you know, projects and other projects I'm doing that aren't sculpting related. All kinds of stuff. It's a good tool to have. I recommend getting one. And they last pretty much forever. I would even go looking for an older, like used one or something. They just seem like they just kind of keep going. So get you a wisdom there, Dimbaro, for your troubles, my friend. Basilisk venom. Venom of the basilisk.
Well met, loyal friend. You've made a real impact on the realm. Thank you for your contributions.
Thank you for the 19 months of support and for supporting my work by commissioning this awesome piece. It's been a pleasure to bring it to life for you, my friend. So thank you very much for supporting my work. I'll get you a wisdom next. Let's see what Dimbaro has got here. In the mirror of your reflection, may you see not just your face, but the beauty and goodness that shines within.
Hail, noble ally. Please accept these treasures as a gift for your unwavering service to the kingdom.
Grab two more from the jar here. Jarla, how you doing there, Jarla? Good to see you. Thank you very much for the 45 months. I appreciate that, Jarla. Thank you very kindly. That's good, man. We need the points. We need to hit that 300. A Tree of Life Essence for you there, Jumping Mouse. Let's see what we got. Okay. Secrets hide in plain sight, but only for those who dare to listen. Secrets hide in plain sight, but only for those who dare to listen. Ooh, interesting. Mysterious. Draught of Living Dead. Quite the opposite there for you, Jarla. You're good. New position at company, so been doing a whole lot better these. Hey, see? High tides and low tides, Jarla. That's just how the ebb and flow of life is. Great, you know. Gotta enjoy, gotta celebrate and enjoy the high tides when they come. And, you know, weather the storm when the low tides hit, right? Well, thank you very much for sharing the sharing that with me. I appreciate it. A high tide for you is a high tide for me. The scars on your heart are testaments to your strength. May they serve as reminders of resilience and perseverance. Yeah, exactly. You can even be here for the afternoon streams. Hey, perfect. A rising tide raises all ships in the harbor. Oh, yes, very good. Evermorath. I should add that to the wisdom jar lineup. Life is full of high tides and low tides, and you know, you know, there's a lot of lessons. There's a lot of good lessons and things that come from the low tides, even though we don't like them. It's a good thing at the end of the day. And it never lasts forever. You always have to remember that. Gigantifying emote. Hey, thank you, Charla. 100 biddies for gigantic emote. Okay. Is that angel dust? Where? What are you talking about? Hello, Aeon. A lot of junk washes up on the high tides, that's right. Hey, when it's a low tide, you get to go dig around in the mud and find little critters to eat. You know? Because you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm not gonna lie, I've had a low tide, I've had low tides low enough to actually have to get a meal out of the garden. Like a real, like waiting for a paycheck and getting a meal from the garden. And this is why I like to always have a garden, because man, was that the tastiest meal ever. Very thankful. Always calories in my backyard. Always. It's growing so good, man. I gotta do another garden update video this weekend. All the sunflowers are blooming. I already started harvesting a few, so getting lots of sunflower seeds. Okay, let's get back to work. Okay. That looks much better. Now let's see if we can use like a wire wheel to add in the texture of that cloth, because it's just like a brushed on texture. So technically a wire brush should do the same trick, do the same thing here. So a little wire brush wheel should work, and then that way we have a nice kind of seamless transition. We'll definitely be wearing safety squints for this one here. Storm rolling in, huh? It's been one interesting year for storms for sure. Yeah, I don't need little pieces of wire wheel in my eye. Oh, thank you. Brussels sprout. I got a couple Brussels sprout plants back there that are doing well. They're doing well. Okay. Well, last year we had so little rain that I used my rain barrels up, and I was planning on getting more for this season because I used up all my water. We just weren't getting any. And then this year, I haven't had to water one time, not even once. It's been so just like a nice rhythm of rain weather coming, so I'll take that. And then the winter, this past winter was mild, really mild too. I have a perpetual section of my garden of perpetual arugula from the previous year. So it survived, it lasted all winter, the arugula patch. It kept growing, I kept chopping it and giving it for chicken food. Kept growing, I kept chopping it. Finally it was just kind of like at its end. So I dug up the patch and then like replanted, and the stuff I replanted didn't come through, but guess what did? More arugula. It like reseeded and is growing. It's just so like prolific. I love the smell of it too, man. Such a good green to eat. It's got that nice peppery arugula flavor. And I had a tomato from we have our first tomatoes coming in, little cherry tomato from the garden, and I swear the flavor was so good. It tasted like I just ate like a sun-dried tomato. You know, they have that nice like, you know, that nice sun-dried flavor. It tasted just like that. It was fresh. So good. All right, back to work. All right. Well, things that are weeds are technically all have uses. They're just plants that we don't know, you know. Bet you got some really good stuff growing. You know, just have to learn about. Okay, now I think I'm gonna take this hand wire brush and I'm just gonna give it a good hand wiring. The rotary tool definitely smoothed out the edge really nice. Let's see if we can do it a little bit more here. Oh yeah, that's the trick right there. That's really good, okay. Yeah, I was just smoothing it out, which I mean is good because it prepares the surface for taking the texture from this, but it wasn't leaving any texture behind. Ragweed. Ragweed's in the same family as mugwort. Actually has some good, really nice properties. That's looking good. Wire brush on cured clay, yes. You can use this technique you can use this also if, like, say you did a texture and it's got those little clay boogers stuck on there, and it's a type of texture that if you were to brush it, it would ruin it. You can leave those on there and then brush with something like this and get rid of those after it's been baked. It's a pretty effective method, actually. Some textures you can't really brush with the alcohol. Without messing the texture up. It's very tough. And see, like, now we have that, see that thinner edge? It reads more as an actual thin cloak, not the thicker piece. Stingless Australian bees. Interesting. How do stingless bees protect themselves? Yeah, right. They bribe anything that attacks them with honey. I didn't know there was such a thing as stingless bees. Okay, now let's see here. What's next? I think our next step is to do. Oh, next step is we will paint. Oh yeah, we gotta do that too. We'll paint some C1 separator on the underside of the feet. Interesting. Okay, so I think now we'll sculpt. Let's add the fur patch at the bottom here. We just need to be careful not to touch it after we do that. And then what will happen is we will finish the clay on this, and then at the very end we'll smash them in there, and then we bake it all together, and then that'll make a nice seamless disconnect, and it'll lock in this. So add some of that there. Clay glue. I think we can just do subtractive method. Just add a little patch of clay and just kind of texture it in with the tool. He's got his tail. It's right here. Wait, what's this way? It's in there pretty snug, actually. Quite nice. Okay. So these will just end up looking like the rocks. It'll become so instead of making the foot seamless to the stone, I just have stones here already, and then when we put it on there, it'll just blend in, you know. The seam line will be the seam line of the stone itself. So it'll just be painted to match, and then it'll just key in. But yeah, it'll key in. Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully. I guess we'll find out. Alright, let's see. Need a particular tool here. This one. It's not frustrating for me. Mm-mm. It's pretty relaxing, I would say. Let's actually add in a little bit right here too. Thanks, Tyler. This is a type of polymer clay called Cos clay. It's show you. It's a material that once it's cured, it's actually flexible like rubber. So you can make things that are typically really delicate, not delicate at all, but really durable. So. Pretty awesome stuff. You have to cure it by just cooking it in a normal kitchen oven. It's non-toxic. It's a very safe material. Easy to use.
The strength of the cnotbusch kingdom lies not in our walls, but in our people. March to war.
Hello, Marco. Hey, thank you so much for the raid, my friend. Welcome. Welcome in. How do you do? It's exactly like Sculpting, except it's flexible, yeah. But the way it works is just like Sculpting. It's an oven-baked polymer clay. But Sculpting is now obsolete because this is just better. Do I make a project flexible and shatterproof, or do I make a project break and crack and shatter all over the place? You know, it's a simple answer. Hey, I know this guy. Hey, Ghoul, what's up? How was your stream there, Marco? How you doing, everybody? You can feel all your wounds healing. Yes. Yes, feel the wounds healing. I don't want to exclusively use DOS. No, I don't. Definitely not. Hello, Marco. We're sculpting this guy here. This is our mouse guard character. Familiar with the mouse guard? We're getting him ready to make. We're getting ready to make his base. So he's gonna be kind of on top of this rock, and he's gonna have his little badger friend on the ground next to him, kind of like this. The camera changed? What? This to this? I can. It's gonna happen naturally, though. I've wanted to do that. Do some sort of you know, I have a lot of stuff that I finish. I've oftentimes contemplated sending pieces to like other people and just kind of seeing what they can do with the paint job. Someday we'll make something happen, I'm sure. Someday. What would sit on a shelf? Yeah, check this pirate guy out. Yeah, he's almost done. I have to bake him, lock in his hair here. Too much work to do, too little time. I think every creative suffers from that to a certain degree. Send something your way to paint. Yeah, we'll have to make something. We'll have to come out with like a project. Like, you know, there's I don't know if you guys have seen, but like the YouTube content creators, they'll come out with these projects where they like, it's like a collaborative thing that like a painting that's split up into like 10 sections, and then each one of the content creators fills in a section to create this like collaborative piece. It would be cool if we did some sort of, if I did some sort of a sculpture that was like, maybe it all came together somehow in the end, but then we had different painters paint the pieces or something like that. I would just have to come up with a really cool project that compositionally would work with different painting styles and stuff like that. I think it would be pretty cool. That'd be sweet. Some sort of event. Unfortunately, I'm just way too busy to have any time for personal quests, but we are on the road to hopefully I mean, probably not. I always like to imagine that there's going to be this time when I'm going to have a lot of time to do things, but we'll see. Yeah. When you win the lottery, you'll make it happen for all of us. Alright, Chuck. Sounds good. Maybe you have like a distant uncle you'd never met that is gonna leave you their family fortune. It's basically, yeah, the only thing that's not there is the like molding and casting. I could go that route, but I think it'd be more fun for the painting guys to actually have an original to paint. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, okay, that's cool, jumping mouse. Yeah. 3D scan it, get multiple artist prints to paint it. Yeah, it's a good idea. So 3D scanning is actually very it's equipment and labor intensive of a process to do it properly, you know, and the end result isn't 100% the original, you know. There's usually a lot of cleanup in ZBrush and things that need to be like kind of redone and stuff like that, so it's not as and to do it like really well, you need to have a good setup for it, which can be pretty pricey. Boom, camera. Okay, so let's set him down here, and I'm probably gonna need to condition some clay.
Greetings, fellow adventurer. We've got
cover this
everything you
whole
need to rest and refresh.
Oh, wait, look at that. Baloizna, thank you so much for the 5 months. Baloizna. Let's get you some wisdom. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thanks for supporting my work. Where is my... How am I losing it? Oh, there we go. What do I use for what? Camera change? What was it? Liquid luck. Conditioning my clay. I use a little bit of elbow grease. A journey begins with a single step, and a single decision can change the course of your life. Very true. Very true. Thanks for the support there, Baloise. I appreciate you. Thanks for sticking with me. Wait, what did I miss? What did Robo ask? The only scary part is shipping and making sure your work makes it both to them and back to you intact. Yeah, so the clay I use is Cos clay. It's flexible like rubber. See this? It's really, really durable stuff. It's not fragile. So even these really delicate looking parts and stuff are, the thinner it is, the more flexible it is. So it's pretty awesome. So shipping is not something that I worry about. Who sells those fortune cookies? What cookies? I didn't see any cookies. The wisdom jars? You can't buy those. Wisdom cannot be bought, my friend. You have to seek it out. You have to be open to it. Wisdom comes to those that seek it. Truly. I am the fortune cookie. Yeah, I mean, we paint here in house most of the work, but I still think it would be cool to collaborate, see what others can do, you know. But I think I'll always keep the painting. We'll always keep the painting in house. The missus has been taking up the painting role quite a bit, and she gets better and better. She's already really good, so no sense in stopping. Nobody makes it out of life alive. That's right. You know, all of humans' medical expertise, not one person's life has been saved. Everyone's died. Life is the #1 cause of death. This is a pasta machine. That's right. Hey, Alpha. Catch you later. Thanks for chilling. ever taken a bite of cosplay? What do you think I sustain myself off of? I certainly don't eat food. So I'm made of 70% cosplay. Alright, that should be enough for now. Okay. Okay, here's the question. Do we bite this off in one chunk? Might be wiser to sculpt it in two pieces. Maybe with one side as the handle here.
Daddy,
Yes?
did I sculpt today or not?
Did you sculpt today?
I don't know.
No, I don't think you did today.
Did we do it yesterday?
Yeah, we did it yesterday.
Okay, then I cannot sculpt.
I don't know. I think we might skip it tonight. How about here's the deal. Here's the deal for you. I'm gonna say no for tonight, but tomorrow morning you can join me, okay? Yeah, for the morning stream. You're invited to join me. Sound good?
Invited,
You're invited, yeah.
but it will be a long time because I don't like getting eyebooked.
It's not a long time. Bedtime is in like 30 minutes, and then you go to sleep, and then you wake up, and then you can come to the stream. It's like no time at all. Yeah. Sound good?
Okay?
Alright. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye. She just turn and walk away, yeah? Good deal. I don't want to get distracted tonight. I'll get distracted tomorrow though, it's Friday. Woo! Okay, so let me get some of this stuff out of my way here. Let's see. I think it would be smart to leave a part of this, like maybe like where my thumb is here, this section, just leave it so I can hold on to this while I work on the rest. Because otherwise, we would need to figure out a way to hold it onto it from the bottom. Or, you know, maybe we can do that. Hold on. Let's see here. You know what? I think that could work. Just kidding. We're going to do it in one run. Okay, so now we add on. Okay, so first step we're going to do, we're going to cover this with clay glue. Then we're going to take our sheet of clay and we're going to get a nice base layer going on here. And then we start the design from there. I need a box of rocks. That's what I need. My rocks box. There it is. It's a really nice box. really nice box of rocks. Yes, there they are. Yes. Some sculpting rocks. Oh, it's got a nice texture. This one's been used up like crazy. Look at that. See the encrusted magic sculpt. The gray one on the left. This one. This one too. This one's got a nice edge. No, we use those other ones. I need to find some more rocks. Yeah, it's got a nice brass inlay, doesn't it? I like collecting nice boxes. I have many nice boxes. Okay, so now we're going to add the clay glue, and we're going to add the first layer of clay. Maybe we'll see some in the room tour. Someday. Someday, Peter. The collection's not ready yet. Okay. Add some clay glue here. We should already get a pretty nice texture with just this first layer. All the bumpiness will look really nice with the shapes. This is not CA glue. It's an oven cure adhesive. Technically, it's like just liquefied polymer clay, or like liquid plasticizer. So this glue doesn't dry until you bake it, just like the clay. Yeah, so it helps the clay stick to the form while we're sculpting, and then when we heat it up, it really will kind of really get it to fuse to the surface. So is there a product you'd recommend that dries without an oven? If you don't have an oven and you want to sculpt, this white clay that's on here is called epoxy clay. So you essentially mix the two halves together and you sculpt with it, and then it will cure just from the chemical composition from the mixing. So I would recommend using epoxy clay. It's not as nice to work with as polymer clay, but you can make really good things with it. There's some artists out there that's all they use. There's different ones like Milliput, Green Stuff, Magic Sculpt, Aves Epoxy Sculpt. Okay, so now we add our clay here. Milliput is Tamiya? Like the company it's made by? I don't know. They make the model. They make model paint, right? Yeah, I think they do actually. Now that you mention it. But short workable time. Yeah, so epoxy sculpt you have to work with differently than like what I do with polymer clay. You essentially have to work in very, very small sections and slowly build up a character layer by layer. And then when you're doing your detail, you work in really small sections. Make sure you can get it done before it cures. Yeah, I think it's the Shiflet brothers are pretty known sculptors that work with, I think they use mostly epoxy clay for their pieces. Seems so. I don't know, I don't make the rules around here. Okay, just want to not lose track where these holes are. Oh yeah? Who? Did not speak their name. Voldemort, got it. Oh, look at that little wire, little piece of wire from our wire brush. Do it. Take me and Annie go in the morning when I wake up. Go for a nice little circuit around the block. Have to go. I have a neighborhood circuit to collect black walnuts. Now that I know I can make my own wood stain with black walnut husk. I was already collecting them for the food and for the medicine. Now I can make art supplies. The whole walnut will be used. Hey, thanks, Chuck. I'll probably still be here when you get back. The night is still young. Hello, ViewBot. How you doing? Yeah, that's the fun part. Don't rush the other parts though. That was tempting. There'll be plenty of time for fiddly accessories. Cool. It's exciting. Okay. So let's put some material here. And some material here. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're doing Rocket Raccoon. I sculpted him at one point too. A long time ago. But yeah, you're definitely doing a great job. Okay, so now take this and we're just going to kind of get this in position. Okay, there we go. Hello, Funka. You know what I need? Yes. Yeah, we're gonna blend it all in. Just trying to get this. We want to figure out the proper position here. Then I'm gonna remove him. This is like a fitting session.
Listen closely, traveler, to what I say. Twitch Prime does not even cost a dime.
Wordroo. Hey, thank you for the Prime sub, Wordroo. I appreciate that. Thank you very much for the support. Welcome to the cnotbusch Kingdom. I'm very happy to have you. Thank you very much. Okay, let's see. This up. Okay, now I got it. Like so. I'm gonna kind of stuff some clay down here. So we do the test fitting, then we sculpt the base, make it look nice, and then we do one more time where we put them in place just to make sure it all looks seamless. And then at that point we can sculpt it, the areas around the feet, and make them look really clean. Pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, so now we just remove him. Like so. Go to the side. Now we can kind of see any anime related projects coming up? I have a Lalafell coming up. That's kind of anime, right? Would you count that? All right. Bet wisely there. You have a good one. Hey, thank you very much for the kind words. I appreciate it. Till next time. Trying to think of if we have anything else anime coming up. Kind of something also in that style, but it's not a character people would readily know. What can I say? From Final Fantasy, yeah. I think the style's pretty much the same though. Anime is in the anime style. This will be the third Lalafell I've made. The Lalafell fans are diehard.
The strength of the cnotbusch kingdom lies not in our walls, but in our people. March to war.
Why, hello. Hidden Layer and company. Welcome in. Thank you very much for the raid. Welcome to my lair, which is also hidden. I'm sure you get that a lot. What do you do on stream there, Hidden Layer? I think it's my first time meeting you, I think. We are sculpting a base currently for this character right here. If you guys are new, my name is cnotbusch. I make one-of-a-kind custom sculptures. Mostly I do commission stuff. And I do the whole process live, start to finish. Okay, let's just see how that is. Get to the cannons. Just kind of figuring out 3D sculpting and just chatting. Okay, cool. Appreciate you sending everybody here. Got all kinds of things in the works. This is what we're working on tonight. Where's the badger going? The badger will be right in this area, kind of on the ground. So we're doing the rock, but there's going to be a ground layer or dirt layer, if you will. It'll be kind of like right here. Like he climbed up the rock to scout ahead, and this guy's just kind of walking down the pathway, you know. So I imagine like a path right here. Yeah, thanks. I'm very happy with the way the badger looks. I now know how badger looks even more intimately than I did before. Perfect. Okay, that works. That works for me. I really like that we're going with that kind of like pinks and orangey colored stone, because it's going to create a lot of contrast with the colors of the character. It's going to really go well together, I think. Okay, I think right here is the cnotbusch logo, right in here. We'll put that in later though. This one was a fun one. Really, I really feel like I explored different proportions and fur rendering. Kind of pushed it a little bit further, you know. Developed a good technique. Red wall, yeah. Yep. Get those vibes too. I think a lot of people were inspired by stuff like that. Well, by Red Wall, you know, because there's a lot of stuff out there that's Red Wall-esque, if you will. Just that concept of like critters living like medieval fantasy characters. When I was younger, I was not very much into reading, but that was the one book that I really got into when I was younger. It was Red Wall. Oh, really? Wheel of Time from Amazon Prime. I tried watching that show. I don't know. It didn't grab me. A lot of these new like shows that usually I would fall into, like you know, because it's medieval fantasy themed. Just really, I don't know, man. It's just not. They're just not good. Or I don't know. It's like the feeling of those shows is just all off. It was the same experience for me with Rings of Power. I tried so hard to watch it, to like it, but I just can't. It doesn't work. Lord of the Rings set a really high standard. Yeah, but to be honest, it's the world feels like a different. It feels like I'm watching something from a different universe. You know what I'm saying? Like the feeling, the aesthetic, the way the characters are, all that stuff is just different in this new one. Where it doesn't feel like I'm watching something from the Lord of the Rings universe. Because like The Hobbit still had the same like I felt like I was in the same like I was in Middle Earth, you know what I mean? But Ring of Power, it's like I feel like I'm watching like a you ever gotten really desperate to watch like new medieval fantasy stuff, and you find like the B and C list films that are just like really generic medieval fantasy, you know, stuff. Someone has to have knows what I'm talking about, but yeah, that's what it feels like. Feels like that. Feels like I'm watching some generic, some generic world, medieval fantasy world. I enjoyed that one. Yeah, I enjoyed that one. I think me and the missus watched that on the plane on the way to Germany. I watched the previous D&D movie too. Like I said, I'm really not picky when it comes to like shows and movies, but yeah, I don't know. Rings of Power, I just can't do it. This does not work. The sideways that every session seems to go. Yeah, right. Yeah, the new one was really good. I watched some of the old ones, and they're so like it's like super cheesy, and it has that feeling I'm talking about, that generic, you know, low budget medieval fantasy universe. You know what? Now that you mention it about it being too clean, that's definitely an aspect. Even like the dwarves, super fresh, super like.
Listen
They just
closely,
bought their
traveler,
outfits
to
yesterday.
what I say. Twitch Prime does not even cost a dime.
Hey, Fletch, thank you so much for the Prime sub, my friend. Welcome to the cnotbusch Kingdom. Thank you for supporting my work. I appreciate that. Yeah, you're totally right. Too blue, too clean. Everything in this show was like pristine, even while the characters are like scaling mountains and stuff. I want those grubby little Frodo fingernails. Dirty little Frodo fingernails. Where's that at? On those, where are them nail biter, dirty fingernail shots? I need the I need the ring of power in a hand with some sandy soot and water. Now that you say it, I want to go back and watch The Lord of the Rings and just realize how dirty everything looks. Just do like a side by side. I like the Fallout show too. I think they did a really good job. Really good job. The missus liked the Fallout show as well. And I play a lot of Fallout, so. And they did such a good job of like putting little Easter eggs from the game and stuff like that in there. Just did a really good job. Just capturing the vibe of that universe. Very good. I didn't expect that. I thought I would despise it. Hello, Mr. Kamaus. Greetings. I hope we do too, but probably because we all liked it, we're probably not going to get one. That's how it always is. Ah, they like it too much. Costs too much to make it so good. Now, I didn't watch the Halo one, but my brother is a huge Halo fan. Has been his whole, like, pretty much since Halo came out. And he was super upset about that. And he's right. He's like, I didn't watch it, but apparently Master Chief takes his helmet off, like, almost immediately in the show. And you see his face. It's like, wait a minute. It's like the whole Master Chief not seeing his face was like part of the universe. It, like, broke the most sacred Halo commandment to see Master Chief's face. He takes everything else off too. Okay, yeah, it's okay. No thanks. They made a Twisted Metal series? Really? Dang, I gotta watch that. They did give us a second season with a quarter of the budget. Yeah, right. Yeah, I want to see like mutants in the Fallout, you know. It's on Stan. What's Stan? Metal Gear Solid would be an awesome series. Well, I imagine Super Mutants was a budget choice to not have them. You always had to think there's this budget behind the scenes kind of dictating, and I'm sure to make a super mutant well is a high budget character, you know what I mean? So plus, you know, they gotta save some cards for if they do plan on making another show. We didn't really even see... Did we see Deathclaw? I can't remember. I think they did like a hint towards the end or something like that. I got this, yeah. Okay, set that down. I'm about ready to start tooling this. And we can start oh yeah, the Deathclaw skull, you're right, okay. That was the hint. I knew there was a hint. I want to see some of those crab guys. I always liked those crab guys. I've always wanted to make the shell, soft shell, hard shell, Meyer, not the Meyer lurks, what are they called? Meyer lurk is the one that looks like a lobster. What's the crab one? Are they called Meyer lurks? They look just like the creatures from Dark Crystal, the guards. They should make if someone hasn't made it yet, they should make a mod where it turns all the Meyer lurks into the creatures from Dark Crystal. Essence. I always wanted to sculpt one of those Meyer lurks with like one of the ones with like the fishnet stuck on its shell, you know? Just really cool looking creatures. You meant the hermit crabs? They're like crab people. It's like a big turtle shell back and Mirelurk King. Is that the one that like spits at you? The queen. Oh, that's the queen. I don't know if I did the. If I seen the king, I don't remember it. More humanoid one that hits you with telekinesis. Oh, I don't know if I remember that one. I hope in the next Fallout they have more of those like super like world boss type encounters. The super difficult to kill bosses. Behemoths, yeah. Same with the next Elder Scrolls game. Get some of that late game challenge. My daughter has lost her mind. So part of the object of sculpting is basically surrounding some foil with the clay and building on that. Don't create the sculpture with clay all the way through. Yeah, so this is foil. And then on top of the foil, there's a thin layer of this epoxy clay that creates a nice hard shell. You can hear how hard that is. And then on top of that, we add the os clay to add the textures and, you know, refine the shapes and whatnot. Right, yeah, you don't want to add too much weight, too much clay. bedtime. Harder to cure the thicker the clay gets. Yeah, there's lots of reasons not to go too thick. Bro. I was watching Blue's Clues the other day, but like the old school one, the first one.
Greetings, fellow adventurer. We've got everything you need to rest and refuel.
Hey, Fenrir. Fenrir, thank you for the 2 months of support. I appreciate that. I'm glad you are sticking with me, continuing to support my work. Appreciate that very much. It's been a very good night for a good evening for subscribers. Thank you guys very much for doing that. I appreciate it very much. Looks like you're becoming a normie. What we got here? Wolfman Pure Blood. The dance of life is a waltz of contrasts. May you find harmony in every step. A waltz, sorry. Balance in every moment and peace in every breath. The dance of life is a waltz. A waltz of contrasts. That's so true. A waltz of contrasts. Good times and bad times, high tides and low tides. It's all contrast. You almost need the one to appreciate the other. You do, you definitely do. The low times make us appreciate the high times. And I think we wouldn't be able to without Nice job, John James. One genre you choose not to listen to? Yeah, I'm not one to turn on country songs either. Personally. There's a lot of music I don't listen to though. There's some bangers. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I've never really given it a chance. I just really don't listen to, like, a lot of what you would call any sort of mainstream music genre. Pretty off the beaten path with most things in my life. Ah, so polka. Only German polka. Occasionally, some German polka. Schenkfräulein und Emma mehr. I don't have a favorite band and I don't have a favorite genre. I listen to the stuff we listen to on stream more than anything. This is, yeah, Fenrir. Correct. John Candy. Hello, Saradini. Where? Somewhere over here. What do you see in the clay blob? Gravity. Tell me, what do you see? over here somewhere. I don't see it. Sure, we all see different things, Gravity. No. Cast clay does not shrink. 0 shrinkage. Peasant core. It's my favorite. Encore. Does not sound like something I want to check out. Just saying. I'll pass on that one. And here's where we have the cnotbusch logo. Nice. Okay, so next step is to start building up the textures using our sculpting rocks. But first, I need to go get some coffee. Refill the beverage. Then we'll continue. I'll be right back. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so let's remove him again. And now we are going to start putting in some texture. Right along, yeah. I get really dark vibes from that band though. Is that the one that uses real human bones as instruments? There's some real stuff going on there. You guys gotta be careful. I want a different rock. The side, from the side, it actually hidden grinning dragon. Because of this, like this is the smile here. I may know.
Listen closely, traveler, to what I say. Twitch Prime does not even cost a dime.
Barb Arabian. Barb Arabarian. Was that right? Hello, Barb. Hey, thank you so much for the Prime sub. I appreciate that. Barbarian. 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 Brian. Got it. It's Brian. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you very kindly. Think Barbara and Barbarian. 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 Got it. Right. Barbarian. Barbarian. Nice. Barbara. Barbara. Oh, Barbara. Like Barbara? Barbara Barbarian? Hey. uh. We got there. Barbara Barbarian. Wait a minute, who's Brian then? Ba 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 ba. Right. I got hired by a fish tank manufacturer, fish tank supplier. So we're gonna spend the rest of our days sculpting just stone, random stones, and occasional pirate ship. I tell you, I'm glad you like my rock. I discovered this way to sculpt rocks really early. I don't think I've ever found a better way to do it. Oh, that's a smart idea. I should have just done that. Just go get a real rock and just drill some holes in it. Adam from north of the border knows such a technique. I mean, I've embedded like crystals and gemstones before. I don't know if I would embed rocks because I can just stamp the clay with rocks. There's no reason to embed them. Right. Yeah, I mean, there's no difference between large rocks and small rocks other than scale. They're all the same. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I've done that. Embedding like gemstones and random objects even. Hey, Lucas. Have a good one. Sorry, I got distracted. Have a good night. Right, I've seen that where they like kind of like put a little glove mold onto a rock and then duplicate the textures. Hey, see, look at that. Now remember how you were feeling before. Make mental notes of this so next time you're in a situation like that, you can remember everything worked out great last time. Just have to bear through the storm, that's all. Good job. Congrats. You have now created contrast for yourself, my friend. One day everything was not doing very good. And the next, everything is looking up. You can appreciate it even more because of the time of sorrow. can only imagine, man. Our way around once we cover this with the rock texture. We're gonna go back in with the tools and we're gonna add cracks and stuff like that, little details. Yeah, right. Hello, Nam Nam. Hey, Saradini. Thank you.
The strength of the cnotbusch kingdom lies not in our walls, but in our people. March to war.
Unicorn. Okay. Widest variety of unicorns to your stream, and of course, the galaxy of unicorn herself. Chris China? Am I saying that right? Hey, welcome, Raiders. Hey, thank you so much for that. What do you stream there, Chris? Can I call you Chris? Welcome in. If you guys are new here, my name is cnotbusch. I make one-of-a-kind custom sculptures here. We're working on this fella. He's done. We're working on his base. So let me show you kind of what we got so far. We're sculpting some rocks with some rocks. Oh, of course, Corin knows. Corin knows everybody. Got myself some specialty sculpting rocks here. Oh, a Mocomadian, huh? Okay, what do you do on your stream? Using rocks to sculpt rocks, that's right. Do all kinds of different things. We got a little newbie mage here. Oh, hey, wait a minute. There he is. Piece is finished. Just kidding. Working on some crochet whips. Finished a loaf cat, and chat helped me work on a unique animal that has no name. Classic move, chat. Always doing crazy things. Cool. Let me go give you a follow so I can go check out your stuff sometime. I'm also gonna give Hidden Layer a follow. While I'm at it. The animal has 2 colors, 3 horns, big bunny ears, and we have tentacles somewhere. Oh boy. Sounds pretty cool. You guys just dragon I'm working on too. It's a blue dragon. Sounds like a Gruffalo. Here's a gentleman by the name of Morga. He has a bunch of armor pieces, but they're all detachable. I have to order Morgoth's lights. It's almost light time for him. We got a lot of other stuff. It's just a sample. Back to our rocks. Bear badger is the companion to our mouse guard character. Some non-chromatic dragons to balance the workshop. Some good metallics would do. Oh, yeah. We got blue, black, and then Elduin, whatever he is considered. No, wait. And we have the glass dragon, which we don't know what the colors are going to be there. Thinking like blues and purples. I've always liked when you combine blue and purple together. Do like shadows with purple. You're saying we need like a bronze dragon or something, huh? Hey, thanks, weird. Really see, possibly, well, we're definitely gonna need one more sculpting session, but I could see next week will be the last sculpting, which means we'll be onto the paint. The badger will be on this base, but on the ground level, kind of like there's a pathway going along the side of this rock formation. So we're gonna make it look like a little mountain pass, if you will. So definitely with this one, we're going to use the airbrush to paint the fur on both the creatures. So we'll be starting with some airbrush work. Yeah, this is a very special rock. I have specialty sculpting rocks available on my store. Hand selected from the side of Mount Doom. It only costs like $130 for the whole set. So just shoot me an email if you're interested. I'll get you set up. Yeah, pretty cheap. It's a 50% off sale right now, so better hurry. Don't even think about just getting any old rocks from like your yard or anything, because it just won't look as good as this. It just won't work. Yeah, only cast clay and CNOT certified rocks. Here we go. USDA approved rocks only.
Could someone please direct me to the cnotbusch kingdom? Which direction is that?
That way, sir. Hey, Saradini with the $10 towards our class. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate that, Saradini. Summoning the cnotbusch traveler. Find his way to the kingdom. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. I always get a chuckle when I go to like a campground. A lot of campgrounds have like a little sign that says a USDA approved firewood only. So funny. Muggles, man. Those muggles, they're so silly. Hey, it doesn't, hey, it's more than 0. Every bit counts. Thank you very much. Interesting, Saradini. Okay. I wonder if other people have been having problems. Oh, glad it worked. Okay, let's do a little special little touch here. Oh wait, that's not the right one. Just kidding. I don't have it here. Go find my logo stamp. That's all right. We'll go ahead and just leave that there for now. We'll hit this again next week. Looking good. Got to keep moving around, do the rock texture all the way around. Then we'll go back in and we'll add cracks and any other small little details with tools. Weird. I wonder if it's a Streamlabs thing. Saradini. Any little tiny bugs to add? I don't know about bugs. We're gonna add some flocking as part of the finishing, or we're gonna leave it more of like Western style. So like it's gonna be like oranges and pinks, kind of think of like Colorado mountains, mountainous region, desert style, a little bit, yeah, a little bit desert climate. So maybe a tumbleweed or two. Definitely granite, yeah. We'll add maybe just a tiny bit of plant life, maybe. But that'll probably be more towards the dirt side. Yeah, the rock formation is granite, so probably nothing going on there. Yeah. But anyways, hey everybody, thank you so much for joining me this evening. You all have been a wonderful audience. We had a good amount of subscriptions tonight, so thank you very much for that. Thanks for supporting me and my work. I truly cannot do this without. No, I have more than enough tumbleweeds. Okay. Tumbleweeds are really interesting plants. Did you know that when a tumbleweed is actually like a living plant still? That when it tumbles into a source of water, it like comes back to life, continues growing, and then once the water source dries up, it shrivels back up into the ball and then tumbles on. Pretty cool. Anyways, let's find someone to raid, and I'm gonna get on out of here. They growing in the driveway. Who shall we raid tonight, folks? Let's go raid the Jang.
People have that problem.
Doing some Lego building. Nice. I like the bare rock. Yeah, we'll keep it bare then. Keep it like really like barren wasteland. We don't need to add any sort of plant matter. We'll keep it clean. Simple, clean. Okay. Let's get that raid going. Alright, folks. Till next time, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.